All right, Liberty Kitty Cats. I am here with what I will admit right from the beginning, because I like to be forthcoming. This is, in fact, an advertisement of sorts. I'm here with my man, Mikkel Thorup of Escape Artists and the Expat Money Show to tell us a little bit about Offshore Escape 2020. Mikkel, what is this thing?
Okay, so Offshore Escape 2020 is an online summit, fully online, fully digital. I keep getting people who are asking me, I can't get on an airplane, the quarantine. Don't worry,
I
we've
can't
got
come
you
to a
taken
summit
care of.
right now. All the airports are shut down.
Exactly. So it's June 1st to June 5th. It's all about moving overseas, moving either your life, your business, your investments overseas. So we're going to be talking about second residencies, second passports, offshore incorporation, offshore banking, all of these types of things. And you might wonder, okay, well, why are we talking about this on a libertarian publication? Well, what the work that I do is the then what. Okay, so we all believe, like I'm a pretty hardcore libertarian myself. Actually, I'm a very hardcore libertarian
I would say
myself.
very, yes.
Yeah. um, but then it's like, okay, so we have these thoughts, we have these philosophies, we understand the economics, but then what do we do with our lives? How do we actually make the change so that we're paying less tax, that we're not supporting a government that wages war? Well, that's where you come to someone like me. And these are the types of things that we're going to be talking to at the summit. So these are the practical strategies that you can actually do today and in 2020 and beyond. And that's what we're going to be doing.
So who is this thing for? I mean, there's obviously the obvious people out there that are already in this sort of mindset, that are already perhaps considering becoming an expat, or maybe they're like me and just took off and left the country with little plan, or maybe they are just the kind of person who is concerned about their finances. But there's probably some people listening right now that are thinking, well, I'm established in the U.S. or wherever country I may be from. I have my family here. I don't plan on moving. Why is this still something they can get value out of?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that it's really important that people diversify. You can't have all your eggs in one basket. I know it's super cliche to say, but it's really true. If you have a job in the US, you have your house in the US, you have your bank accounts in the US, you have your money, your investments, if you have everything there, even if they're different types of assets, they are completely correlated. They're 100% correlated. And I think that if you watch what has happened over the last 3.5 months or so during the coronavirus, it really highlights why you need to move part of your wealth offshore into different currencies, into different types of assets. These are the types of things that we're going to be discussing at the summit.
Yeah, it's not just about physically moving. It's really about diversification, and you can diversify from your desk at your house, wherever you may be. That's an amazing thing about this stuff, and it's an amazing thing about the summit. You can sit through the whole thing at your desk, which is very convenient. I'm curious, were you planning this summit before coronavirus took hold, before all this, before you already planning to do it online?
Yeah, so I started this about 5 months ago, planning it, which is really interesting because there's a lot of summits out there that have had to try to make the transition from a in-person conference or summit to now online. For me, mine was always designed to be online, so we're just light years ahead of anybody else out there in the space. This thing is going to be massive. Our goal is 5,000 people in attendance. Tickets are 100% free. I am on an absolute mission here, Mark. I want to get the message out there. I think that this is so important. I think especially for libertarians, if you've been wondering what to do with your money, how you can not support governments, this is the answer how. I'm super passionate about it. I want to spread the good word, as they say. So
Yeah, and you said something very important there, a very key word. It is free. It is absolutely free to attend. There are ways to pay for it if you like. There are an awesome VIP package that lets you access this stuff for I believe, forever at some point. But if you just want to hop on, attend a lecture, maybe just watch me because I am one of the people giving a presentation, that's absolutely free. So there's absolutely no reason not to go. At least check it out. See if there's some speakers you like. Sign up. Maybe you can only make 1 or 2 live sessions, but still free. So there's no real downside here.
Yeah, absolutely. So I understand that a lot of people, maybe they don't know a lot. Maybe they don't understand a lot about the offshore markets. There's been a lot of slander about how these things work. I'm here to educate people. You come watch 1 or 2 or 3 of the presentations. Watch all 26 of the presentations during the week. Up to you. But I mean, if you don't know a lot about it, this is a really great way to dip your toe in, see if it's for you. Come check out Mark's presentation. I believe it's going to be amazing. Me and you have done a ton of things together in the past, and we always work really well together. So I believe that this one will be the same. And, if you do like it, if it does speak to you, you can upgrade to the VIP ticket, which will give you lifetime access to all of the recordings once the summit is finished, transcripts, audio only files, so you can go for a run if we're ever allowed out of our houses again, go to the gym, these types of things, plus just a ton of other bonuses that will be included with the VIP. And that's just for a small fee, and that just kind of covers our costs for putting on the summit itself.
Awesome. And as you mentioned, I am speaking at this thing. I'm very excited to share this presentation I put together, kind of touching on a lot of what I learned from interviewing different types of libertarians over the years. I'll let people tune in to find out more about that. But why don't you just briefly go over some of the other speakers that are appearing? I know John Perkins is involved. He's been on this podcast before. Bobby Casey, he's pretty big in the libertarian expat community. But feel free to highlight anyone else you think is worthy of that.
Yep. John Perkins has become a good friend of mine. He's book Confessions of an Economic Hitman spent 73 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list. He's such an inspiration, such an amazing human being. We have lots of lawyers and accountants, for example, Joel Nagel, who will be talking about international asset protection. We've got Laszlo Kiss, another lawyer who will be talking about how to get citizenship in Europe. So if you've ever dreamed about living in Europe, this is a good opportunity to be able to do that. We have presentations from the CPAs, from the accountants, that will be talking about expat living and how your taxes and how to file your taxes, and most importantly, how to minimize, if not eliminate, your taxes completely. The US is the only country in the world that has worldwide taxation. So this presentation is super, super important, how to legally get out of this, and I think that's really important. All the strategies that we use at the summit and in everything that I do are all 100% legal. Even though I don't agree with the laws, I still follow the laws. The idea is to have more freedom, not less freedom. So I don't want to be thrown in a cage.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's going to be really amazing. I'm super, super pumped. June 1st to June 5th.
Awesome, Mikhail. Well, there's only one thing out there for people to do right now. If you are interested in this, and again, there is no downside, no reason not to do it because it's completely free. Head over to lionsofliberty.com/escape. Check this thing out. Find a couple things you're interested in. At least check out my presentation. That's my pitch. If you like me, if you're listening to this right now, you're a Lions of Liberty fan, at a minimum, just go sign up and check out my presentation. But I am pretty sure you're going to find a lot more that you're interested in hearing from there, because the people that you've put together are just absolutely unbelievable.
Thank you so much, Mark. Yeah, absolutely. Come show your support. These are important things that we're discussing, and we need to get the word out. So feel free to share it on social media, share it with the world, tell your friends, tell your family. I think this is really important stuff. And thank you so much, Mark, for having me on your little advertisement. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks a lot, Mikhail, and I'll see you at the summit next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cheers.